What's up YouTube? This is Joel Kraus and I'm just doing another product review on a YINTATECH York Rake. It's a 5-foot York Rake with a 3-point connector for a Category 1 tractor. It does come in 2 boxes when I ordered it, so I understand that from an assembly purposes and probably shipping costs, it keeps it down. But the first thing we're going to do is unbox it and get everything ready. So, alright, and once you have it unwrapped, basically what you end up with is the main piece that's going to hold the York Rake. There's a couple suspension parts. This is actually the bar that's going to hold all the tines, and then you have 4 tine sets on the back totaling 5 foot. Yeah, let's get it put together. Tools. Gonna need a 1/2 inch. Gonna need a 1/2 inch wrench. Everything else will kind of fall into place.
The setup here took a little bit of figuring out, but ultimately the 2 control arms go on the side. You have this piece here, and you want to build up the other side as a triangle. Then there's one straight piece that comes into play, which is going to be your control arm for the entire blade. It's a very typical assembly to what you'd see on the average 3-point setup. Here I already have it hooked up. I found it a little bit easier to lift it up with the hoist. So I final assembled it here. And one thing I would also recommend is doing a loose fitting with all the bolts so you can get everything in place, and then once you know that you have everything accurate, you can tie it all together for permanent.
Also, as a note, it's got to be flipped upside down. So that we can rotate it.
On the underside of that control arm is a welded bolt, and ultimately that's going to get finished off with a castle nut so that it has the ability to rotate. From there, I pre-installed the tines, each with 1 bolt and nut to secure them in place and make sure that they were fitted accurately. And then I just completed the process by installing all the remaining nuts and bolts along the whole piece.
We got it all assembled, and here we have a bunch of patches and P-tools. You can see, we'll get a little deeper here and there, but the point being is, it's got a lot of dirt in the driveway, and we're going to try to fill in these holes nice and even, get some of this edge dirt, pull it in. So let's see what happens. So you can see we did some cutting, and we got it pretty well graded. There's some loose rocks and things of that nature, but quite honestly, the dirt will push that down. I'm going to take a couple more passes, try to get it a little bit more smooth, and then we'll try another spot on the driveway.
All in a day's work, I guess. So the sun was starting to set, but you could see this driveway portion was very well roughed up and lots of potholes. It took a little bit of time, but eventually when you take the blade and you work over the material, it begins to loosen up. From there, what you need to do is continuously make several passes over the material so that it begins to smooth out. The benefit of this nice long blade is that it's 5 foot, so the inconsistencies in the driveway really start to dissipate quickly because of the long blade, which allows to get a good even cut across all the material.